Some of these people stole more money than entire countries make in a year. One of them faked a machine that could have changed medicine forever. One threw the greatest party that never happened. And one of them is still out there, somewhere, with billions that were never found. They all had one thing in common. For years, nobody stopped them. These are the 10 biggest scams the world has ever seen. We're counting down, from the bold, to the unbelievable. Number 10. Fyre Festival. It was sold as the greatest party on earth. Supermodels on a private island. Villas, yachts, the world's biggest DJs. The tickets cost up to $100,000, and the people who could afford them bought in instantly. Because the man behind it, Billy McFarland, had done the one thing every great con artist does first. He made you desperate to believe him. There was just one problem. The island wasn't ready. There were no villas. No chefs. No festival. When the guests landed in the Bahamas, they found disaster relief tents in a gravel lot. And dinner was a slice of cheese between two pieces of bread in a styrofoam box. That photo went around the world in hours. But here's what people forget. Fyre wasn't just a bad party. McFarland had raised around $26 million from investors using documents he had faked. He went to prison for 6 years. And the cheese sandwich became the most famous meal in internet history. Number 9. Anna Delvey. She arrived in New York like she owned it. Because everyone believed she already did. A German heiress with a €40 million trust fund waiting for her. She tipped $100 bills like loose change, stayed in the best hotels, and floated through Manhattan's elite as if she had always belonged. None of it was real. There was no fortune. No heiress. Anna Delvey was Anna Sorokin, the daughter of a truck driver, and she was running on pure nerve. She talked banks to the very edge of a $22 million loan, stiffed hotels, and let friends cover bills she swore she would repay. What makes Anna unforgettable isn't the money. It's the audacity. She didn't steal a fortune. She stole an identity, a world, a seat at a table that was never hers. And when New York finally caught her, she became exactly what she had always pretended to be. Famous. Number 8. The Tinder Swindler. He called himself Simon Leviv, son of a diamond billionaire. On dating apps, he was a dream. Private jets, bodyguards, dinners most people only see in films. Women fell hard. And that was the point. Because once they loved him, the story would change. His enemies were after him. He was in danger. He needed money, just for a while, and the woman who loved him would send it. Then he would take that money and use it to seduce the next woman. A romance built into a machine. Each broken heart paying for the next. Victims believe he took around $10 million. He was eventually convicted of fraud and served just 5 months. The most chilling part? Most of that money was never recovered. Number 7. OneCoin. She stood on stages in front of thousands, like a rock star promising a revolution. Dr. Ruja Ignatova told the world she had built the Bitcoin killer. A cryptocurrency called OneCoin that would make ordinary people rich. People remortgaged their homes to buy in. Whole families. Whole towns. The problem? OneCoin had no real blockchain. There was nothing behind it. It was a number on a screen that they could change whenever they liked. A pyramid dressed up as the future. Investigators estimate over $4 billion poured in. And then, in October 2016, Ruja Ignatova boarded a plane in Bulgaria and disappeared. No arrest. No body. No trace. She is now on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, one of the only women ever on it. She has never been found. Number 6. Wirecard. Wirecard was Germany's pride. A tech champion worth more than Deutsche Bank. The kind of company a nation builds its reputation on. Until one number stopped adding up. Nearly €2 billion, cash that was supposed to be sitting safely in overseas accounts, simply did not exist. It had never existed. For years, auditors had signed off on money that was a fiction. When it collapsed, it took Germany's confidence with it. The CEO went on trial. But the man at the center of the missing money, the chief operating officer, Jan Marsalek, did something out of a spy novel. He fled. And the deeper they dug, the stranger it got. Links to Russian intelligence. Today he is one of Europe's most wanted fugitives, hidden, allegedly, by a foreign government. Number 5. Theranos. She was going to change the world. Elizabeth Holmes, in her black turtleneck, told everyone her company Theranos had built a machine that could run hundreds of medical tests from a single drop of blood. No needles. No labs. Silicon Valley crowned her the next Steve Jobs. At its peak, Theranos was worth $9 billion. The machine never worked. Not once, the way she claimed. Behind the scenes, real patient tests were quietly run on other companies' machines, while sick people made real decisions about their health based on results that were wrong. That's what makes Theranos so dark. It wasn't about money. It was about trust. The most dangerous thing to fake. Holmes was convicted of fraud and sent to prison. Number 4. FTX. He looked like a kid who had wandered into the wrong building. Cargo shorts, messy hair, sleeping on a beanbag at the office. But Sam Bankman-Fried ran FTX, one of the biggest crypto exchanges on Earth, and the smartest investors in the world handed him their billions. Customers thought their money was safe, just sitting in their accounts. It wasn't. Behind the curtain, it was being funneled to his own trading firm and gambled away. Around $8 billion of other people's money, gone. When the rumors started, it collapsed in days. Not months. Days. He was convicted on 7 counts and sentenced to 25 years. The boy genius was just a thief with good public relations. Number 3. 1MDB. This one has everything. A sovereign nation, Hollywood, super yachts, and a ghost. His name is Joe Low. A young Malaysian financier with no official title and access to everything. Working with the country's own prime minister, he helped drain billions from Malaysia's national investment fund, called 1MDB. Where did it go? A $250 million yacht. Picasso's. A penthouse. And, almost too perfect, he helped finance the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. A film about a con artist, paid for with stolen money. Around $4.5 billion vanished. The Prime Minister went to prison. The bank that helped move it, Goldman Sachs, paid billions to settle. And Joe Low? Still a fugitive. Last reported in China, slipping between identities. Number 2. Enron. For a while, Enron was the most admired company in America. An energy giant that seemed to print money. The truth was the opposite. Enron had perfected a kind of accounting magic. Booking profits that didn't exist yet, and hiding its debt inside companies it secretly controlled. It wasn't a business making money. It was a story about a business making money. And as long as the stock kept rising, nobody checked. Until someone did. When it unraveled, around $74 billion in value evaporated. Employees lost their jobs and their life savings overnight. Enron didn't just take down itself. It destroyed one of the largest accounting firms in the world and forced America to rewrite its financial laws. Number 1. Bernie Madoff. He wasn't loud. He wasn't flashy. He was trusted. A former chairman of the Nasdaq. The man everyone wanted to invest with. And for decades, Bernie Madoff delivered steady, beautiful returns. Year after year, in good times and bad. It was impossible. Because it was never real. Madoff wasn't investing the money at all. He was simply taking cash from new investors to pay the old ones. A Ponzi scheme running underneath one of the most respected names on Wall Street. The trades never happened. The statements were fiction. He robbed charities, universities, his closest friends. When it finally fell apart in 2008, the hole was around $65 billion. The largest fraud of its kind in history. He was sentenced to 150 years and died in prison. And that's the thread running through all 10. Every single one ran for years, in plain sight, because the people whose job was to look, didn't. The auditors, the banks, the regulators, the ones we trust to catch it. So here's the real question. Of these 10, which one should never have been allowed to happen? Tell me below. I read every one.